It is a painful sell-off, and in fact, you're now trading at the lowest since May 2023. I'm sure you'll tell me you don't look at the share price, but it's trying to tell you something. What is it that wasn't enough in the numbers for you, the investor today, Tom?
It was a great quarter, Caroline. I mean, year-over-year growth, 21%. That makes us, I think, one of the 10 fastest growing companies in the public software universe. Cash up, transaction volume up, I think 121%, pilot volume up 115%, I think. I mean, it was a solid quarter. Sometimes markets react in funny ways. Here we have NVIDIA growing over, they announced growth, I think, well over 100% year-over-year growth rate. What's not to like? The market reacts by taking what? $270 billion off their stock price the next day. So, markets react in funny ways, and it'll all sort itself out in the long run.
Tom, I'm still trying to understand the business model, right? You have the subscription part and software, and then services. Services seems to be strong. What is the story behind software with you?
It's a little bit confusing, because 70% of that services revenue, services number, is actually software delivered to the customer as part of our core product that they pay for over a long period of time. So it's the core product functionality. 70% of the services number, like order of $10 million of 13.8, I think. But due to new accounting regulations that came out called ASC 606, we have to treat these functional enhancements as professional services. But it looks like software, it smells like software, it is compiled, it's part of the core product, it is software. But under the accounting regulations, to which we do comply with, I assure you, it gets recorded as professional services.
Stripping away accounting, what people are trying to peel back is profitability and how long they have to really wait for that profitability to kick in. You have to invest at the time to scale, I know, but are you just having to tell investors to be patient, Tom?
Well, let's look at profitability. Our profit margins on that professional services, I think, is 93% gross margin. I mean, it's good work if you can get it. Now, our revenue growth rates are substantially greater than our expense growth rates historically. I think going forward, our revenue growth rates will continue to generally be greater than our expense growth rates. Our gross profit margins are substantially greater than our cost of sales. So non-GAAP profitability is simply a matter of scale. This just happens with time.
Tom, I've been reading through the regulatory filings. It's the kind of guy I am, and the disclosures and the suits against NL. It seems to center around a trade secret issue, but can you help us understand more of what's going on there, please?
Yeah, this is a very unfortunate situation. This is very sad. NL was a really valued customer that licensed a lot of our technology, and it appears that they may have copied literally thousands of lines of our source code into our source code into a copy of and basically copied our product. So that's what this complaint about. It appears to be a very significant kind of intellectual property theft, and we're pursuing that in civil courts in Italy, and it's sad. And it's actually the first time I've seen this in my professional career. That a company would do such a thing, but we have to protect our intellectual property rights for the benefit of our shareholders, and we are doing that.
And we will seek comment from NL. You are seeking $2 billion from them in compensation, Tom. Just going back to ultimately the winning of clients, how is market share? How are you able to compete with the big companies out there trying to compete with you?
Well, I think the companies that are perceived of as competing with us would be Microsoft with Azure, AWS, and Google, because the real competition is build it yourself. But understand, Caroline, 71% of our transactions the last quarter, we closed with one of Google Cloud, AWS, or Azure. So we joint market with them. We joint sell with 71%. So these are great marketing partners, and they're perceived by some as being competitors, but they sure look to me like partners, and they look to our customers like partners. So we appreciate the partnership, and we go to market with them very actively all around the world.